It's 4:36 a.m. 37 a.m. It's Wednesday, February 1st, 2012. So today's the first day of the month. That's pretty cool. It's a new month. This is going to be a status update in the personal chat. I know some people have messaged me about Skyrim and my continuation with the Skyrim playthrough. It's going to take me just a little bit longer before I get started with it. I do have some parts already on my computer, but I just need to get around to upload it. And if you have been watching, I've been uploading some I guess some content from my trip to Canada, which was very special and very beautiful. I liked it. It's going to take me just a little bit while longer before I can continue Skyrim. And I'm just like so off right now. I just played six or seven hunt games straight. So my brain's a little fried from that. But I didn't win a single game. I lost 6-7 hunt games in a row. And every time I kept saying to myself, this is going to be the last one, I'm going to win it. But no, I kept losing and losing. That just added on to my frustration. And it's terrible when you get on a streak like that. And I was almost working my way up to the 1600 MMR range, which is okay. I used to be in the 1700s, 1800 range, but they kept modifying the MMR and I got screwed over, I think. Because I'm in an MMR range where it's very hard to move up because you get like such a mix of players and you're versing against players who troll other players. They create accounts and I think it's called smurfing or something like that. And they play with lower leveled players or lower skilled players to just like beef up their stats in this video game. And it's I mean, I don't know. I think it's a little bit too crazy to do something like that. It's just a video game. It's something I've been thinking about today. I didn't really accomplish much today. Michelle took me out. Well, no, we were just hanging out and came up with an idea to go out to a restaurant. And so I went out with my friend named Michelle. And she paid. Very nice. But I paid last time, so. But I got duck. I ordered duck, and I ate some duck today. It's very rare that I would eat duck. Duck is such a random thing. So I'm sitting here drinking my wine. It's about 5 a.m. Just been thinking about life a lot. So it's been draining me. But it's good though. I think it's good to think about things like that. Or just thinking in general. It's very important that a person is always thinking about something. Charlie's been at my feet almost the whole day that I've been here. Or the whole night, I should say. Psst, 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 psst. I need to find 2 more winners for Skyrim. Or not find, but I have to sift through all of the messages. Yeah, I'll take care of it. We had this funny idea that I'm gonna put pressure on my friend Oleg to do like this really fun thing. So they have these dating nights, I guess everywhere, or in most places, or some places. This area it's very popular. The whole density of people that live here. It's one of the most dense places in the United States. So we were thinking about going out to these special nights at special, I guess, bars or clubs where it's an event, and the event is like a dating night. So everybody who's supposed to go is supposed to be out looking for a date or looking out to meet people. And it's one thing you go by yourself, another thing you go with a buddy, but it's another thing when you go with a buddy and also a buddy who's also a girl. So to mix like two guys, two guys and a girl, I think it would be an amazing, very easy, very smooth, and just very simple to talk to people, because you have the power of the crowd, and like I guess the people you go with, you can kind of retreat and just use them to create conversation, and just to, because if you go by yourself, it might be a little bit disorienting and just might be a little awkward and embarrassing, and it's gonna might be make you feel. Me personally, I would be just overwhelming to do it by myself. Yeah, I could drive to Canada by myself, 1,300 miles, and on a map, but I can't go to like a dating night by myself, or just get enough power or strength to actually do it. So we'll see how it works out. Hopefully, it's gonna happen this weekend. Looking forward to something like that. It's a very positive thing to look forward to. I'm also looking forward to. Well, well, I got spoiled. I want to go back. I want to go to Maine. I want to snowboard there. And it's tough to go up there. It's like a 8 or 9 hour drive. But I'm gonna try to maybe organize it so maybe a small group of people can go, and we can rent out like a special place, make it special, make it fun. But it's still ideas, though. Those are ideas, and hopefully that a lot, I mean, see, it's one thing you can come up with an idea to want to do something, and then if it involves people, it becomes a harder idea, because especially with something like this, someone would need to plan, and somebody would need to take the initiative and to do all the work behind it, managing it all. It's not as simple as just like. That's why I find that for me to travel, it's much easier when I go by myself than if I go with somebody else. But then again, I need to find a different type of strength and a different type of power to actually do it by myself. So it's a little different. Both, I guess, are good. I mean, it's part of being a person. I guess it's part of being. I mean, you have to do these types of things, or you need to do these types of things. It's very healthy, first of all, for the. I mean, for the. I don't know. I guess the psyche of the mind, because if you, I've personally experienced this, and it feels that way when I spend too much time alone and in complete isolation from anybody, I start to go a little bit insane. And but then at the same time, when I spend time with people, it simplifies my thoughts, and so like I can go from I don't know, maybe I'm all wrong, but it just feels that way, where I can go I don't know, from breaking apart a government, from breaking apart an idea of a type of government to I guess, oops, I spilled some beer on my shirt. I don't know if that's a good example. Well, basically things like that, like spilling beer, I would just be completely oblivious to it. It wouldn't even faze me. But then if I'm around people, oh no, I have to say oops, or I certainly can't just ignore it. I need to make some sort of acknowledgement that it happened. It's really, I think that's the way it is. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was gonna have I don't know. That's why I wasn't sure if it's a good idea to have an ex-girlfriend help me with. What was she gonna help me with? Oh, some film work she was gonna film. Just looking at my new background, it's very nice. Take a look at my new background on my YouTube channel. It's very nice. Oliver did that. He put it together. He added those little boxes. I like that. It's very meaningful. Life is not perfect, but it is good enough. On the right side. On the bottom left side, love yourself and never let anyone tell you how to feel or think. And then on the bottom on the bottom right side, I want a peaceful world, a decent world, a united world. It's very, I like that. Cheers. Wait a second. Sorry, I just got confused for a second. But I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's 4:48 a.m. It's very late. I can't keep doing this. Well, last night I went to sleep at 12, but I've just slept for a really long time. It took me a while to get out of bed. I've been so tired. But I feel getting much better, little by little. So, and then I'm just gonna exert all that energy that I acquire and just, but it'll be fun. That's one thing I'm beginning to notice more and more, that in the way you're limited to the amount of energy you have. Not like per day, but per week, I should say. I think doing certain things exerts so much energy that you just can't. I mean, you're in that position where you can't do anything else besides that. That's the way I feel. Plus, you know what? On top of all of that, I find life extremely overwhelming. I'm faced with so many opportunities and so many different. And I think a lot of people feel that. Especially, I think, I mean, all types of people, I think, feel that today. Maybe it's something with this time period for, I mean, some young people. I don't know. Maybe it's like that for everybody. Like if you could say 50 years ago or 100 years ago, maybe there was a group of people who felt life was extremely overwhelming. But I don't know, they didn't have that ability to exchange information like we have today, like through the internet, anything social. I mean, I mean, that's the way it seems like, I guess, and I would imagine in Canada and the United States and Europe, that I don't know about the rest of the world, but I think in those three regions, it's very. I guess it's everywhere, because you just go on the internet and you can see everything, and then you're faced with, what do I do with my life? Where do I spend it on, or what do I work on, or what do I do? That's very troubling. Okay, there's these stories of when people were, I mean, let's say 30 years ago in movies. I mean, you had these ideas of people in America. I guess you had a few choices after high school. You would join the military, or you would get yourself a job, or you would go yourself to college. And then in college, you were supposed to figure out what the hell it is that you want to do, and then you do it. But it's not the way. I don't think it's the same way it is today, because I mean, I will, go back and get myself a bachelor's. It would take me a year to get myself the bachelor's, because I actually have enough credits to I took a lot of classes before. I'm not too concerned about that. If I were to actually do it, it would just be for personal achievement reasons, not for any other reason. But you have so many classes that you can take. You have this option and every day they add more college courses. Every day they add more. people find new studies, more people want to teach this, and more people want to feel like they want this to be a college course. And it's very important, and there's so much of it. I mean, you go on Wikipedia, if you read every single article on Wikipedia, I think that if you were to do that, I think you would deserve maybe, I don't know, a couple PhDs. If you were to able to actually understand it all and read it all, the amount of wealth that would be inside your head, assuming that it is all factual. And I think they do a really good job, or they do their best to make sure everything is factual there. I've never actually tried to edit anything, but I think it's something that, actually, I don't know. It's just that, okay, let's say it's year 2012. When I was in high school, they didn't teachers did not allow articles from the Wikipedia to be used in writing papers. So I wonder if it's still true today. Can somebody tell me, if anybody's in high school or they're just starting out in college, can you tell me if Wikipedia articles, or are you allowed to cite Wikipedia in research papers? Did that change? Because that's the way it was, well, at least in my high school and the college that I went to. They didn't do that. And from my circle of friends at the time, it wasn't something that, we were able to use. So, it's 2012. So I think I'm going to say in 2004, 2003, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2002. That's when you were not allowed to do it. So if you were allowed to do it right now, let me know. I'm curious. And I'm going to leave it with that. Hopefully I'll get an answer now, because that's really interesting, actually. It just randomly came to my mind.